Live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour. Give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's our live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. With us is Chris with us. It's Wednesdays with Mitch. Damian Sosh with us. We got Joey Tron, Rod Zawacki, Wayne Scott, and Dana will sign in momentarily. Here's how they'll line up for this evening. Ruffolo, Mitch, Sosh, Scott, Tron, Lane, Zawacki, and then I will close this one out. All right, we got Major League Baseball on the board tonight. It's about 7 games here in the primetime hour. Also, a couple from NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs. So let's get the show underway with the big crew tonight. Let's welcome in Chris Ruffolo. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Catch him in the morning shows here during the week, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, as he joins Mitch and Jay. So get Chris here ready to roll here with the show. Also, we'll find out about his video series as well. Chris, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. Just taking in all the afternoon baseball action, trying to keep track of all the scores. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Yeah, keeping up so far for me pretty good already in the morning. But we'll look at this afternoon action here. Early evening, Giants, Red Sox going head-to-head here. Red Sox $1.48. We see the total sitting at 8.5.
Yeah, and this money line shot up a fair bit. I mean, it was earlier around a minus 125 for the Red Sox, but still like Boston here. And I might even look at sprinkling on the run line plus 146. You can see it there. You know, the thing about the Red Sox that they got Cutter Crawford here. Crawford took one on the chin for the first time in his last start, and it wasn't even that bad of a start. 4 runs allowed, 3 earned, but he gave up 10 hits against the Cubs at home. But prior to that, he hadn't allowed more than 1 run in any of his starts. Been a 5-6 inning guy, and the fact of the matter is the Boston Red Sox have actually been playing some decent baseball, 17-13 entering action today, and frankly I just think they have the upper hand here. The San Francisco Giants sending out Eric Miller. It looks to be a bullpen game, and while we saw plenty bullpen games from the Giants last year, hasn't been their strength this season. The bullpen has definitely been a lot. Look at the last 10 days for last 2 weeks for the San Francisco bullpen. 3rd worst in baseball, 6.02 staff ERA. I think the Red Sox get to him early and often. I'm taking the Red Sox all day in this one.
All right, Chris here on the Red Sox here, laying the $1.36, $1.40. Do your line shopping, get the best number. We've seen this one move a bit. Looked like Dalton Jeffries, expect to be the primary pitcher here. Gave up 2 home runs against the Padres. Really struggled in his 15 career appearances. Jeffries has been someone who's been up and down in the minors for a couple of years. Crawford, put up good numbers, but man, it just doesn't seem he gets the run support at home.
Yeah, it was tough for him in a lot of spots. I mean, for a guy that had a 5 ERA and only a 2-4 team record, it's like you said, Tony, lack of run support. I mean, what stands out, 5 2/3 of shutout baseball against Cleveland in the middle of April, lost that game 6-0. Just a lack of run support coming back to bite Crawford, but I think that he gets enough run support here. Like I said, that San Francisco bullpen has been shaky and definitely not what it was last season for sure.
Yeah, when a pitcher does his job, you expect that trend to reverse.
You would hope, but we talk about it on the morning show. We just talk about it in general. Starting pitching can only get you so far. You still got to be able to have a complete effort once the bullpen takes over. It's very rare nowadays where you get starters that go 7, 8, even 9 complete game to take it the whole way and keep the game and their own fate in their own hands. But the Boston bullpen has been a lot more trustworthy. Like I said, it's a 6.02 ERA from San Fran's bullpen in the last 2 weeks. Boston staff ERA 2.55 out of the pen, just outside the top 5. So I think Crawford can get some support here, and the Red Sox can get it done.
Yeah, these days I'm finding myself when he handicapped in the beginning, starting looking at these home road bullpens. That's kind of where I start now.
It's true. Yeah, I mean, and it's a lot. It's why I've noticed a lot of first 5 money lines have bets have gained traction as well. A lot more people are looking into first 5s. I mean, I can tell you the Arizona Diamondbacks how many times last year.
Yeah, I'm kind of mixed with the first 5 because I think they take value away from underdogs. Because when folks that just bet starting pitching, those are the guys you want in the win pools and win in the full 9-inning pool, right? I mean, these guys that bet the first 9 innings are taking away the value in the dogs. Because I don't want to. I want that good starting pitching with bad bullpens and weak hitting. I want to go against those guys, but those bettors are going into the first 5.
Yeah, it's like once you lose your edge, it's like that's when you start to kick yourself. But yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, it's to each their own. You know, I like fading bad bullpens as well, and maybe trying to catch live lines as well because of it. But yeah, I think this game's one where, you know, we have good starting pitching for the Red Sox, good bullpen work against for the Giants right now, a shoddy bullpen the last couple of weeks. So
Yeah, man,
that's kind of where I landed.
Yeah, I just love going against those A and B starters with bad bullpens and weak hitting behind it. But I'm finding that those folks are going to the first 5 inning pulls and taking value.
Well,
right?
I thought it was going to be like that yesterday when we were talking about it on the morning show with the Beehive. I thought I was in good when I saw the Arizona bullpen. When I saw the Arizona bullpen take over instead of Drummond, and then you know they walked it off late. The Arizona bullpen actually held up for a lot of that game. So
I wanted Montgomery.
It's a day-to-day thing.
I want a low strikeout guy against that Dodger lineup. That to me was a handicap because I got burned on that one because I wanted Montgomery there, and the line's kind of telling you today that I thought it might be a Dodgers day based on the line. But yeah, I wanted to go against Montgomery yesterday because the guy with 14% strikeouts against his Dodger lineup is going to have time. But I hated to see it happen. But they got, instead of Gallen, they're going to throw Montgomery again today. But we'll talk about that game.
Yeah, I saw that today. Yeah, push Gallen back, I think, to tomorrow.
We're giving that game to the chat today. But anyway, we got the Red Sox here, $1.36 tonight. So you guys in the chat room, get ready. This one tonight, 7 Eastern time. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, baseball on the board. Hey, 2 big games on the ice and on the hardwood. Western Conference action in the NHL. Chris enjoying a great baseball year. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Well, tonight the only thing I got left on the board is my $19 pick-off play, but if you hop on a long-term pass, you can get access to the other primetime play that I have on the board. It's just a great time to jump on long-term in general. You know, NHL and NBA playoffs are here. MLB's in full swing, like Tony said, off to a solid start in MLB. It's a marathon, not a sprint, but still great start. Long way to go. I'm just happy to be where I am. Happy to have made my people money so far. So let's keep it going. Hop on a long-term pass and use that promo code PICK at checkout for 15% off.
That's right, guys. Get on board with Chris. A lot of baseball here all the way up until November. So long-term is the way to go. All right, Chris, as always, great having you show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you next week. But let everybody know we can catch you, of course, morning shows and, of course, a lot of video series you produce. And we always get those individual pick videos.
Yeah, the individual pick video is going to have those coming out very, very shortly. The wraparound, they've been a lot quicker as of late with the smaller hockey cards, but still love doing those. And I'm really enjoying doing the home run prop videos as well. Back doing those again for baseball season. So get that notification bell, hit it, and then you'll get notified when all the newest content drops here at Pick Dogs.
Lots of content, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe so you can easier to find the picks that way. I found that out. So make sure you subscribe, set those notifications. All right, Chris, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Take care, Tony. Thanks. Sounds good.
Yeah, Chris Ruffolo here on the drive. We'll continue here on the show, guys. Chat pick of the day as we're ready to roll here. Continue to roll off that winner again yesterday. What is it? 10 of their past 13 here for the chat. Tonight, chat pick of the day, Diamondbacks and Dodgers. If you like Dodgers, minus 138. It's A. D-backs plus 127. B. Over 9C, under 9D. That's our chat pick of the day. So keep those picks coming in, and we'll recap throughout the show. And at the end, we'll give you the results. Let's continue here on the drive-through. Time for Mitch. It's Wednesdays with Mitch. Catch him here at Pick Dogs Premium. Catch him on the morning shows every day here on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. So we'll bring in Mitch right now. Ready to roll here. Of course, we're going to get some NBA coverage from Mitch. I think we're going to get him here in just a second. Mitch, what's happening?
Hey, what's happening? Sorry I missed the intro to the show there. Had some tech difficulties. The last 2 times I've logged into the show, I couldn't hear a thing, man. So it's like I missed the intro, I missed the hi, the aloha and everything. So it's all right.
All right, here we go. Hope it's not aloha here. It's not aloha means hello, right? So it's different here. I thought it was a
aloha
goodbye.
means hello. The
hello.
road team dominates. Their domination road team.
That's right.
Series.
It absolutely has been here. Celtics and Heat. We've seen it dip. This is the sharpest book in the world. There's 4 teams everywhere except here. So the Celtics laying 13.5, total 202.
Yeah, I think that I think for me, I was on this show last week. I said take the Heat money line. Hopefully you guys did. We got plus 800 odds on that. We were playing with house money in this series and just looking to pick up some more house money. If you bet the Celtics every game this series, at best, if they win tonight, you're plus 290. If you took the Heat money line every single game this series, and took them on the money line every game this series, you're still up. 500, plus 500. Even if the series ends tonight, you're plus 400, and the Celtic backers are just plus 290. You've won, so might as well go for it. And that's exactly what we're doing here. We're going big on the Heat money line. The Heat have shown that they can play with the Celtics. I think last game, the Celtics clearly, White got hot. Tatum and Brown were both cold. The Celtics still managed to win. But the Celtics, they don't have Porzingis in the game plan tonight. It'll be a different game plan for the Heat as well tonight in this one. And I think part of the game plan for the Heat is going to have to be to get those shots to go down, because they did not go down last time. And the Heat got wide open shots. They got a lot of good looks. No excuses, the ball just didn't go down, and that's just part of the game. I mean, you can get those wide open good looks, take good shots, and if the ball doesn't go down, the ball doesn't go down. And the Heat missed those wide open shots. This is a series that the road team has dominated, and I can see the road team doing some damage here again. I'm taking the Heat on the money line. That is where all the value is here. I think they extend it. I think they go Game 6 in Miami, and then once again, crapshoot in Game 7 in Boston, just like last year. But I'm on the Heat tonight. I'm on them on the money line.
All right, Mitch's Heat money line here in this one tonight here against the Boston, against the Celtics here as the Celtics. So looking here to close this one out, and of course, you obviously, as you said, the value here is on the money line, as Mitch mentioned here. Again. Looking at what we've seen here in this series so far, as you said, the Celtics, kind of flexing their muscle here. No Rozier, no Butler, and no Jaquez here for this Miami team, so they're really up against it.
Yeah, I just think that the Heat, though, have shown that Harrow can take over the game. We've seen that he can do it in Boston, and I think like I said last time out, the Heat had a lot of wide open looks, and the ball just simply did not go down. It wasn't anything that the Celtics did on the defensive side. It looked a lot like game 2 all over again, where it's just a matter of the shots not going down. So I think I don't think the Heat are going to shoot that poorly again. I don't think the Celtics are all of a sudden going to find a perimeter defense like they did in Game 3. Game 3, they went out and guarded the perimeter. In Game 4, they let the Heat just shoot, and the Heat just didn't hit them. I think tonight they start hitting shots. They don't have to hit 54%. They just got to be a little bit better than they were last game out. So I'm going to take the Heat in this one. I'm going to take them on the money line, and I think they do some damage. I think we're heading back to Miami for a Game 6.
All right, Mitch here, Heat money line here, plus about $7 here. Do your line shopping. Obviously, with these money line underdogs, you better do your line shopping, Mitch, because I've seen some of your videos about some of the books out there. Huge discrepancies when you play money lines.
Yeah, we did release that new book, our new Bookbuster series today, and we did release that today, and we're excited about it. And it's just number 1 in our series. I'm not even sure where it's going to go, but it's kind of open-ended, and we have a lot of different directions. But I think a lot of people have experience, winning at sports books, and being told that that's not the way that they play. And I think for us, it's the way that we play. We play to win, and when we lose, and they take our money. But when we win, we expect to be treated, the same way that we are when we lose. And I think a lot of people aren't. I think that's all part of it. But if not, we have ways to beat them, and at least over the long term. You try and keep your account as active as long as you can, and we're going to teach you how to beat them. That they're going to want to be on the lookout for you, and how you can dodge them as long as you can. Eventually, they're going to get you and toss you, and that's just what they do. But we're going to teach you how to beat them and beat them good. I think a lot of the thing is, like, with the way that we do the premium picks now, a lot of this, you hear the term sharp and square a lot, and Tony, you can come back in and talk, but sure. The thing is that we hear the term sharp and square a lot, right? And we hear these terms just batted around and stuff. Oh, this is the square team and the square thing. There's no such thing, man. It's a square number and a sharp number. And the thing is that by the time you wake up in the morning, those numbers have left the building at 99% of the time. Numbers that haven't moved, there just isn't a sharp or a square number to it, And then the other ones where the lines have moved already, it's basically you're reading yesterday's newspaper. It's just like Wall Street, buy the rumors, sell the news, right? And it's the same thing. By the time you wake up, the people that made that line move, they could be on the other side already and just looking at the middle, because that's what sharp bettors will do as well. I mean, we've had Dave Miller, we've had Micah, and maybe we should get those guys to come on these shows more often. But we're going to teach people how to do that. And it's like you buy a man a fish, and we're still going to offer that. Of course, that's what we do. He eats for a day. You teach a man to fish, he eats for life. And we're going to teach you guys how to do that. We're going to have a premium product to that. We're also going to have free products on that. So we're going to do it both ways. But, a lot of this stuff is just, it's expensive for us. So we have to charge for it, kind of like Dime Club and Sharp Trading Place. But at the same time, a lot of this stuff is stuff that you guys should just know. And it just like we always say, and people talk about like finding the best line out there. And Tony just said that about these money lines. It's like that Heat. I got that at plus 800 in game 2. There was plus 550s out there. Like if you were betting it on the Hard Rock app in Florida, it was plus 550 that game. It was plus 800 at other places. It's like you got to always get your money in good. And I try to even explain it to our people on the morning show with Chris Ruffolo. We had this argument about laying run lines and odds and, and all this other stuff. And me and Chris, we go at it with this. But the thing is that, it's less to do with winning and losing than getting your money in good, because you're going to win, you're going to lose. But the books always, their whole goal, the books don't pick a side. It's like, oh, the books want you the books have this. That's not how it works. The books get a side, but they make sure that no matter what side they're on, they're always getting their money in good. And that is why Vegas is what they're, because it's not because they win all the time. They don't win all the time. They win a lot of the time, but they always get their money in good. And I think that that's a big piece of the equation here. So, I just think that, It is what it is. We want to teach people all about it, and I think we want everyone to share their experiences about what they've had. Slow pays, and all these. I got I told this story a million times. My first big play that I ever hit, long before I was doing this professionally, I had a day job and I hit a 7-team reverse, right, which is exactly a Mitch bet, right. I've had a reverse 7-teamer. I hit. It paid $18,000. It was up with an offshore book. They slow paid me. They said the most they would pay me was $3,000 a month. It took them 6 months to pay me out. They wanted the money back through the book, thinking that I would lose it. And I'll tell you, at that time, I might have, but It's like I refused to play another bet with them. I just opened an account at other books and started playing through them until they paid me out, And they called me, oh, we got this offer for you, with this. No way, man. Pay me, and then we could talk.
Yep.
And I think
and some of these books hire what they call "quote unquote" risk managers.
That's exactly what they do.
Yeah, they're looking for the sharps out there. So it's interesting state out there with the sports. But as Mitch said, always shop, get the best numbers. All right, Mitch, what else has happened over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place?
Yeah, just a lot of the same stuff. We're working through the summer. We have a big thing coming up with Tony and over with Tony's picks that we're doing. We have our site rebuild that we're doing. We're working on this project. We have some other big projects on the way. And, of course, we've got the best handicappers on the planet. I mean, I look at these leaderboards every day, and, when I'm doing my 7 free picks in just 5 minutes, I mean, there's so many cappers that have winning days, on the winning days and winning 7-day and, like the NBA leaderboards and stuff. I can't even fit them on the screen because I'm just taking a screenshot of my I'm just taking a screenshot from my phone when I'm doing that, and it's like it's all the way off the phone. There's so many people on it. So jump on a hot cap, or if that's your thing, if buying premium picks is your thing. If not, we got tons of free picks. We got this show, we got our morning show, we got all the videos that we do. We're not going to win every single game. We're not going to say, oh, parlay all these picks I gave out and you're going to hit a 9-teamer or something. Sometimes you might, but it's more chance than anything else. We're not here for the 9-team parlay. If that's your game, good for you. But that's not my game. My game is big dogs. That's my game. I value playing. That's what I'm always doing. People, they never understand. Oh, how can you go against the Dodgers? How can you do this? I hit 3 plays this afternoon in baseball. I gave out 3 plays. I hit all 3. None of them did I have to pay anything on. I had the Brewers. They were even money. I had the A's. I think they were even or plus, slightly plus. And I think the Royals were slightly plus money. Yeah. So those were my 3 plays this afternoon. And,
three winners.
you know, but yeah. And it's like, if you look at me, I'm right around 50%, I think, in baseball, but I'm still a plus 1,000 units or something, maybe even more. So it's like, that's how you have to do it. I know I can hit 50%, right? And I know all you guys can hit 50% out there. I know you guys can hit 50%. So if you play plus money dogs and you hit 50%, you're going to be way up by the end of the season, man. But if you're playing bets where you're minus 200, minus 180, minus that, it just chips away at all of that. So it's like, you can't hit 65% winners. You can't. You might think you can, but you can't. If you go for 50%, you can hit that. You can make good money. And if you hit 51, 52, 53%, oh, man, it could be big. You get to 55, 56%, you're moving in next door to me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
the starting pitcher, starting pitcher isn't a boxer. He needs defense behind him. He needs hitting behind him. He needs the bullpen behind him.
He needs some luck. He needs some calls. And he also, he also needs that bullpen. In today's baseball, nobody goes. Do you see Bob Gibson? Do you see that statistic? I saw it on my Facebook the other day. It was like Bob Gibson in 1968 had only 4 games that weren't complete games. It's like, no, because no one wanted to cut. He had a 1.62 ERA. There's not a manager on the planet that wanted to try and get him off the mound. He would have killed him.
Oh, yeah.
No
doubt about that. No one complained about being pitched inside either. No one complained.
He had 34 complete games.
Wow. Insane. All right, Mitch, it's always great having you on. Enjoy the rest of the week. We'll catch up with you again next week.
Thanks, Tony. As always, thanks to all of our awesome cappers, all the hard work that they do, and, of course, for being on these shows and for sharing it with our Pick Dogs family. Thanks, everybody.
You got Mitch here on the drive, and we'll continue here on the show. Let's continue here on the chat pick of the day. We're asking you here who are the Dodgers and the D-backs. If you like the Dodgers, it's letter A, minus 138. D-backs, plus 127. B, over 9C, under 9D. It's the chat pick of the day, and right now we've got a couple here on the Dodgers, one here on the Diamondbacks. So keep the picks coming in. Another one here on the Dodgers. A lot of Dodgers today here so far. We got actually one on the over coming. I kind of thought that too, especially with Montgomery on the mound. We're getting some Diamondbacks. We've got a lot of overs here coming in right now. A couple of overs in the last one, and got another one here for the Dodgers. So we're getting them in right now. April here on the D-backs here, liking the plus money. So keep those picks coming. It's our chat pick of the day. We'll recap. Chat's been on fire. Another winner yesterday with the Sixers coming in. That makes it 10 out of the past 13 with the chat. Chat has been on a tear right now. Let's continue here on the drive-through. Up next, we're going to bring in Damian Sasha. Catch him over at Pick Dog Spring. We'll bring Damian in right now. Coverage today here from Major League Baseball. Damian, what's happening?
Hey, what's going on, Tony? Just want to apologize in advance in case that sun pops out and I blind any of our viewers out there with my bold dome.
Don't worry about
you could
that.
be in for some trouble. Wear your sunglasses, guys.
Sunglasses time with sunglass season now as we turned into May. The weather's warming up. All right, here we go. Nationals here on the road to face the Rangers. We see this one here. Rangers $1.85. Total sits at 9.
Yeah, the Nationals, they came into this series pretty hot. They had won 4 in a row. They just swept the Marlins. But the Rangers really took it to them yesterday, beating them 7-1. Now, John Gray was just sensational yesterday for Texas. He's really he's been sensational all year for the Rangers, but he really cooled off some hot bats for Washington. The last 3 games of that series against the Marlins, the Nationals offense put up 30 runs. And when you look at kind of the scheduling here, Washington was really in a bad spot yesterday. What I mean by that is, they played in Miami Monday night. They faced a tough pitcher in Gray. Meanwhile, Texas, they were off. They were rested. They were ready to take it to them, and they did. I think tonight's going to be a different story. I think we're going to see a little bit different Nationals team. We're going to see a well-rested Nationals team and one that won't have to face John Gray. Instead, the Nats get to see Andrew Heaney on the mound here for the Rangers. Heaney, he's 0-3 in the season. He's got an ERA over 6. He's allowed 15 earned runs in his last 4 starts. And he's got a career ERA that is over 7 against the Nationals. Meanwhile, the Nationals are going to be starting Trevor Williams. After a kind of a subpar 2023 campaign, Trevor Williams is off to a very good start this year. In 5 starts, he's 2-0, a 2.70 ERA, and the most runs he has given up in any of those starts is just 3. I know the Rangers are the defending champs. They're a very good club, but I just think the Nationals, they have a nice advantage on the mound. They're very respectable 10-7 on the road this year. And I'm going to take the Nats and some very nice plus money in the process in this one, Tony.
Yeah, I can't argue that. Nationals has quietly been one of the best producing big dogs in baseball, if not the best. If you track their numbers as underdogs, and I've mentioned them many times. Last year, my pick had been on Nationals a lot of time. They actually have a winning road record this year, and you look at the Nationals as a road dog of even money or higher the past two seasons, 46-51. That's a 31 unit return. So when you're getting plus on the Nationals, they've been making you money.
Yeah, definitely. They're very good. They got some very good young hitters. They got some sneaky good pitch in there. And they're a team that really, when you look at them, they like to put pressure on the opposing pitchers. They've got 53 stolen bases on the year. It's good for second in the majors. I definitely think they're going to be getting some runners on here against Haney, putting the pressure on him. And, you don't see it much. Well, I guess you see it more now with the pitch clock and everything else these days. But the Nationals are a team that likes to run and put pressure on the opposing defenses.
Yeah, this is where you like the Nationals. When you get them that plus 150 or higher, that's where they've been money. That's where it's been. The money's been here for these Nats. And big dog, we saw that when they went to Dodger Stadium. They had a few big dog wins this year as well. But they do that. They seem to pass since the team has been quote unquote labeled a bad team. Well, they come up in some spots where they've been big dogs, and that's what you like. Nationals here plus 165, 8 Eastern tonight. All right, Damian, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge for tonight's action. Of course, 7 games on the board from baseball, a couple of big games in the NBA and on the ice. Damian's been hot on the ice this year, 874 units of profit. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Hey, Tony, I had 3 games in total for today. One's already off the board, but I still have 2 available out there. They're both totals, one in Major League Baseball and one in the NBA for tonight. Yesterday was not the best of days for us. There's no way to cut what happened yesterday. But what we do is we bounce back, and we're going to bounce back big today. So hop on board, guys. There's so many good cappers on the site. One of my favorite things on here is a long-term 2-for-1 capper plan. So take a look at that and hook me up, one of these other fantastic cappers here on the site, and we're going to make some money.
Yeah, make some money indeed with Damian Sash over at Pick Dodge Premium. You see the great results from Damian. Long-term pass is the way to go. Remember that 1-month pass will take all the way to June 1st. A lot of coverage there right until the finals begin on the NHL and NBA, and of course all the baseball in there. And Pick is a promo code. Save that 15% off, right? Damian, is always great having your show. Continue the success. Enjoy the sunshine, and we'll catch up with you next week.
Thank you, Tony. Have a good night.
You got a Damian Sauce here on the drive-thru. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. Let's keep an eye on that chat pick of the day. Today it is Dodgers and D-backs. If you like the Dodgers, the letter A, D-backs, plus 127B, over 9C, under 9D. Right now it's D-backs 5-4. We got a few overs right now, so keep those picks coming in. And recap here at the end of the show. Rizzo McNeil says he's got over the 9 in that game. Kind of argue that one. I kind of thought the same way. I wish that Montgomery pitched yesterday, actually. April Montgomery, no relation to the starter today for this Arizona Diamondbacks team, as we got Montgomery on the mound tonight here for Arizona going up against the LA Dodgers. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru. Up next, we're going to welcome in Wayne Scott. You catch him over at Pick Dodgeman. Let's bring in Wayne right now. Let's see, get him here in just a second. More coverage from Major League Baseball. Wayne, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony T? What's going on, Pick Dog family?
Everything's going great. All right, here we go. Cubs and Mets going head-to-head here. We see the Cubs $1.15 on the road with a total of 7.5.
Yeah, one thing I love to do is find the value when a lot of people are on good pitchers, and these pitchers are on the road going against a good team. Now, I respect what Imanaga has been doing. But on the other side, outside of the last game, you got to kind of respect what Buddha's been doing. Outside of starting pitching, I think this game is pretty even. And when you go to the bullpen, Chicago has not been doing well. The batting when it comes to the Cubs has been up and down. I like what the Mets have been doing. The Mets have started off a little rough early, but we see them stack the wins as of lately. When it comes to last 10, it doesn't look that well because they've been playing the better opponents. Cubs coming off of when they've been playing Miami. Not only were they playing Miami, playing Houston and Boston, so they're supposed to look good recently in that. But when it's all said and done, the values on the Mets on a home team, Cubs, they typically been stacking wins at home. So until they get it done on the road, I'm not just going to ride the Cubs on the road just because of their record and just because they have a hot pitcher. The Mets have a chance to win this game. We're getting a great number on the Mets. The Mets team, like I said, has been playing good as of lately. Batting lefty strong as of lately. I'm going to ride the Mets in this one.
All right, Wayne going to write the Mets in this one here, plus 111, going up against Shota Imanaga, who's been hot on the mound. Big start here, whip of .80, ERA .98. As we know, these pitchers will go 9 innings. So again, you have to rely on defense. You have to rely on your hitting. You have to rely on your bullpen. So there's a lot you got to rely on when you ride one of these aces, these A's, these A pitchers, aces out there. One thing that's been struggling with the Mets has been their home plate, right? They look good on the road, and at home they just can't seem to hit the ball and put up runs.
Yeah, I'm with you, Tony. They have been looking better at home. I mean, they have been looking better on the road, but in my defense, on the other side of that, the Cubs have been looking a lot better at home. So both of these teams are 8-9 in this situation when the Mets are at home and when Cubs are on the road. So that kind of cancels out in my book. Mets haven't been playing terrible at home, and the Cubs haven't been playing terrible at on the road, but they haven't been playing great on the road either. As far as just laying juice with them just because their pitcher's been better. Also, the Cubs are not hitting righty strong, and like I said, Buddha's a good pitcher. Outside the last game, he gave up 4 runs, but against the Dodgers, he gave up 0 runs. So against good batting opponents, Buddha has stepped up. I think he's going to step up here with the Mets at home, and I think we get good value with the Mets tonight.
All right, Wayne here on the Mets here at the plus price, plus 11, plus 106. Do your line shopping, get the best numbers. All right. Wayne, let's take a look at Pick Dog Cream for tonight's action. Of course, on the board tonight, still 7 games on the board, Major League Baseball. We got the 2 big NBA, 2 big games on the ice as well. Wayne enjoying a great year in Major League Baseball, over 1,200 units of profit. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, nothing in the NBA tonight, but I'm on 3 dogs, and I placed them all in a 3-pack for you guys. My best bet is out there right now, so I'm actually playing right now. So you can get that. I do have a 3-pack for you guys. My best bet, as always, we have a low show, great handicappers. You can pick me up with them, or you can jump on some long term and get the plays early. I get into you some cash with me early when I come out.
All right, guys, got both Wayne Scott over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great results in baseball. Remember, the long-term pass will serve you well. The way Wayne's running that 1-month pass is a great one. Pick is a promo code SAVE that 15% off. Remember, all the one-day passes that he's mentioned are credit guarantee. Must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back to your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. All right, Wayne, it's always great having you show. Continue that great success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow. If we still have your signal, let everybody know about your boxing video series. I'll do it. We might have lost Wayne there. All right, Wayne has a boxing video series for all the big fights, so make sure you like and subscribe and look for Wayne's boxing video here on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. All right, let's continue on here, guys. Let's keep up on that chat pick of the day. You guys have been on a tear here. 10 of the past 13 have been winners, coming in with the Sixers yesterday. Today's chat pick, Dodgers minus 138A, Diamondbacks B plus 127, over 9 is C, under 9 is D. That's our chat pick of the day. Close right now with the Diamondbacks 5-4. We do have 3 over the totals there coming in as well. Let's continue here on the drive-thru. Let's welcome in Joey Tron. You'll catch him over at Pick Dog Films. We get another. We'll get to our coverage here from the NBA as Joey will be looking at the game tonight between the Clippers and the Dallas Mavericks. So we'll bring him in right now, ready to roll here with coverage from the NBA playoffs. Let me just get to his card here. Here's Joey. Joey, what's happening?
What's up, Tony? How you doing today?
I'm doing great tonight. Let's move the chains here. Get to your game, and you'll be looking at the big one tonight. Of course, between the Clippers and the Mavericks, 2-2 series here on TNT late night tonight. We see the Mavericks here laying 3 on the road with a total of 8.5.
Yeah, so I like the Mavericks laying the points on the road here. Both teams split a home and away game, as you mentioned, bringing this game to an even series of 2-2. Biggest factor in this one is going to be the Clippers without Kawhi Leonard. I really think this is going to hurt the Clippers and their scoring productivity. Kawhi Leonard grabbed 16 rebounds in the 2 games he played this series, which gave them plenty of second chance points. And without having him there down low, I really think the Clippers are going to struggle getting the ball in the hoop tonight. I don't think this line is a bit of an overreaction. In fact, I think it's a bit too low. Nevada's offense ranks top 3 in proximity shooting and top 10 in both effective field goal and mid-range shooting. Kyrie Irving is averaging 28 points per game in this series, and Luka is averaging 29. When these two players are on, it's really difficult to stop them, and I really like them to be on their A game tonight. Dallas is 13-2 against the spread in road games, revenging a straight-up loss at home as a favorite over the last 2 seasons, and the Clippers are 7-19 against the spread off a road win this season. Winner of this game again has covered as well, so take the Mavs tonight.
All right, Joey here on the Mavericks laying the 3 here. Clippers have had trouble at home against these really good three-point shooting teams. I think they failed to cover 12 of the 14 since the All-Star break. So they've had trouble competing against beating teams or covering teams that can hit the threes at home. And one thing to note here, the Clippers shot lights out. And when you look at the box score and you look at how the Clippers shot the basketball, you'd expect a bigger margin of victory in the last game.
No, I think a big thing tonight, though, would be I think they're going to try to contain Luka significantly. And like you said, they have a really rough time guarding good three-point shooting teams. And I look for Kyrie to be open a lot tonight behind the perimeter.
There you go. Joey here on the Mavs laying the 3 here against the Clippers tonight here, 10 Eastern time. All right, Joey, let's take a look over at Pick Document for tonight's action. Of course, we do have baseball on the board, about 7 games tonight in the primetime hour, as well as a couple on the ice, couple on the hardwood. You can see Joey doing great work here for 2024, 452 units of profit. What do you have going on over at Pick Docs Premium?
Yeah, so I have my best bet tonight. It's called Tron's Titan. It's my strongest MLB play. It's one of the night games on the West Coast, so check it out. I also have an NBA play. It's tipping off around 7 p.m., so if you want to get on that, I definitely recommend getting on it soon.
That's right, guys. Got it with Joey Tron over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the great results here from Joey. No better time now to get on board with one of Joey's long-term passes. You want to try them out for 7 days? Why not? Because there's a lot of coverage. There's a lot of coverage here. We still got first-round series here, NBA, NHL, of course, all the baseball up there. That's of course Joey showing great profit here. Also, last 7 days has been on par as well. NBA has been strong. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout will save you that 15% off. Multi-cap promotions available as well. All right, Joey, as always, great having you show. Continue that great success, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
Thank you, Tony. Have a great night.
As well, Joey Tron here on the Drive To. Let's continue here on this show, guys. Keep up on that chat. Pick of the day. We've got the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. If you like the Dodgers, letter A. D-backs, letter B. Over 9C, under 9 is D. Right now, it's close here, still with the D-backs up by a single here in this one. So keep these picks coming in. It's the chat pick of the day. All right, let's continue here on the show. Time to move to the ice. We got both games covered here. So let's start it off here. Dana Lane, catch him over at Pick Dodge Premium. Bring Dana in right now. Dana, what's happening?
Hey, buddy, how you doing? I'm reeling from yet another Pirates loss.
Oh, my goodness.
It's been a terrific April, especially the last 2 weeks.
I couldn't. They started off with a smash, and then that who was that home series they had? Was it against Milwaukee, where they just looked really, really distraught and then just come, again, the series going back. Tellez was benched, was it? He hasn't played at some time, so it's been struggles there on the Pirates side. But man, do we have a game tonight? And all Vegas will be in tune to this one. 2-2 series tie. Stars and Golden Knights on ESPN. Boy, this is a good one here. Stars, this is the best first round series we thought it would be, and it's turned out that way. $1.54, total 6.
The rumblings around City National Arena where Vegas practices had been that Aiden Hill was going to get the start, and indeed he would, or he will. He was the first goaltender off the ice this morning, so Aiden Hill will start in place of Logan Thompson. And you know, I'm not one to overreact with these things. I like the under in the game even without Aiden Hill coming in, but you know, you have to be excited, you know, especially if you want to go get some plus money with the Golden Knights, because, you know, history will tell you that Aiden Hill, if I don't think people remember, he came in for Laurent Brossoit last year in the second round against Edmonton, and that's when, you know, basically the Golden Knights started to catch fire, and of course they went on to win the Stanley Cup. He also has 2 shutout victories against the Dallas Stars in the postseason last year. So Hill is no stranger to coming in and having success, and I love the fact that this total is at 6. I think that's very high. I think we're going to see a tight checking, lanes closed off. I think we're going to see a hard forechecking game. And if we look at the lines that Bruce Cassidy put out this morning, or you looked at the practice lines, boy, he really has mixed things up. And, you know, we see Tomas Hertl's going to start on that first line. That's going to be interesting. as he's going to skate with Marchessault and Jack Eichel. So I think they are looking for a lot more offense, but it wasn't just in goal that Bruce Cassidy decided to mix things up, Tony. I mean, he's up and down the lineup. All four lines are totally, even his defensive pairings are mixed up too. So he is looking for some offense, and they need that. And believe me, there's been a lot of emphasis on the top guys outside of Marchessault and Eichel who have had good series. Other guys like Chandler Stevenson and Hurdle himself. But there's also on the Dallas side too. We see Roope Hintz has not played up to what he did in the regular season. So I think on both sides of the ice we have guys that just have not stepped up yet. There might be a game where it's going to be 7-6 here pretty soon. But I think both of these goaltenders, and Ottinger, a guy that we talked about before the series that wasn't playing very well, but has certainly stepped up down the stretch and into the postseason. So I'm relying on Adin Hill to come in and play well. I think Ottinger is going to continue playing well, and it's very important. Like in the Kings series, it's very important. Whoever gets that first goal, and I think the other team's going to lock it down for a long time and make it difficult.
All right, we got Dana here on VGK on the Golden Knights and Stars under the total 5.5. 6-year line shopping, get the best number. There's a 6 popping up right now in some places, so you can find the 6 out there. There are a few points up there, one in U.S., one offshore there, so there are some 6s here, but the 5.5 here from Dana is probably the widely available number right now. And of course, the Golden Knights, if you look at trends when they face these good teams that are 600 to 750 win percentage, they've gone under in 15 to 22.
Yeah, I mean, it's Bruce Cassidy's way. It was his way in Boston as well. I looked at a lot of these games, especially heading into the postseason, and they want to really make it difficult, just like the Kings did against Edmonton the other night, and allowed only 13 shots against the Oilers. And they want to make sure that they play well defensively. And of course, you got guys sprawling all over the ice in the postseason, blocking shots. We saw Noah Hannafin, whose numbers haven't been very good. Or wasn't very good in the last game, but did lead the team in block shots. And so you get a lot of that, a lot more than you do in the regular season. And that block shot number, by the way, tells me who wants it more, which I guess bodes well for the Kings against the Oilers. But it is, again, whoever scores first, it's going to be very difficult for the other team. And then if there's a 2-goal lead, I have not seen guys like Chandler Stevenson. I've not seen guys like Mark Stone. I mean, Mark Stone had that goal in Game 1. We haven't heard from him since. Just there's been guys that enable teams to put up 6-7 goals in a game. Just have not come to the forefront yet in this series. This has been a very defensive series. Outside of Eichel and Marchessault, I mean, it's the big guys just have not shown up yet.
First round series, it feels like a Western Conference final. That's what it feels like in intensity, right?
Yeah, it really does. And what hasn't been talked about, what certainly was talked about a lot last year, was the fact that now if I'm Bruce Cassidy, I have a little bit of a chip on my shoulder, because after losing in Game 4, and of course Pete DeBoer was a coach here in Vegas for a few years, and then got let go. There was a lot of talk that Pete DeBoer is out coaching Bruce Cassidy, and I know for a fact that Bruce is a terrific coach, and that is not going to sit well with him, which may be some of the reason why he has speckled in this change in the lineup, up and down the lineup. I think Bruce Cassidy does not get out coached in this matchup, and I think everybody's going to be very motivated to show their best. Now, Tony, if they lose this game tonight, I mean, he has rolled the dice on these line changes. He has rolled the dice, and if they lose tonight in a place in American Airlines where they have had a tremendous amount of success, well, now it's going to be problematic, because Dallas feels just as confident coming to Vegas and winning as they've shown in this series.
All right, the old night Dana here, VGK Stars under total 5.5, 6 to your line shop and get the best numbers tonight, 7:30 Eastern Time over on ESPN. All right, Dana, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, the action on the ice, 2 big games in the NBA, as well as 7 from Major League Baseball in the primetime hour. Dana enjoying great results in NBA. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, three NBA plays up right now, rolled into a 3-pack. You can get that for $49.99. It comes with our Pick Dogs win guarantee. Also, 1 Major League Baseball game still up on the board as well. And you can always get involved with that all-access pass to ensure that you get every one of my plays that I release, whether it be the NBA, Major League Baseball, and the National Hockey League. And that's your best bet. You can get a 30, 90, or an annual pass.
That's right, guys. Got a road day line over at Pick.com. You see the great results here in NBA. No better time now to get on board with those long-term passes, seasonal passes up there from Dana. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15% off. Multi-capper promotions also available. All right, Dana, is always great having you show. Continue your success. We'll catch up with you next week. But we also have a video series against the public betting that's been taken off.
Yep, against the public video will be up every day, and gets a little tricky with the pitching because you get some rainouts, and then the next day you put a video up, and we had that in St. Louis and Detroit in the series earlier in the week where there was a doubleheader. But I try to go through the numbers and see exactly where the public's going and maybe giving us an advantage the other way. But at the same time, I'm not going to sacrifice winning if I agree with the public. And a lot of times when we're talking about money line sports like baseball and the NHL, I do agree with the public. So bottom line's always getting winners, but try to find some gems in there where we can get some plus monies.
Absolutely. Keep an eye there. Against the public betting with Dana. Like, subscribe, set notifications so when Dana drops that video, you get it right away. All right, Dana, have a great week. We'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, you too, Tony. All the best. Thanks for having me.
Got a Dana Lane here on the drive to. Let's continue on, guys. You ever miss a pick? We always recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's keep an eye on the chat pick of the day. It's getting close here. It's tied here with Diamondbacks and Dodgers at 5 each. The over is getting some play here. Over is just 1 away here. We've not had a total as a chat pick of the day. This might be the first time. Dodgers minus 138 is A. Diamondbacks plus 127 B. Over 9C. Under 9D. Chat pick of the day. The chat has hit 13 of their past 10 here on our chat picks, guys, on the drive-thru. So keep those picks coming in. We'll recap at the end of the show. If you already put in your chat pick of the day, put in your show pick, and we'll read it off at the end of the show. Let's continue here on the drive-thru. More hockey coverage. It's a big night on the ice as well as our hardwood. We're going to bring in Rod Zawacki here as we get coverage from that Kings and Oilers game. He's en route there. He's probably near the parking lot for that game because it's a big game tonight. Rod, what's happening?
Not too much, Tony. We still got a couple hours before puck drop, so
right.
I'm hanging out by the river valley here and taking in the scenery. River's all melted up, as you can see, and flowing nicely. It's a little bit low for this time of year, but other than that, beautiful day in Edmonton, as you can see. Melted all the snow away that I heard was here yesterday. I don't see any. Nice out.
Nice out, just a nice little, it burned off. It actually melted off, so no problem there. Rod enjoying the scenery before the game starts. He's a few hours. We're still 3 hours before they drop the puck here in this one, but we got Oilers and Kings tonight. It's a big one here. It's a closeout possibility for the Oilers, up 3-1. Oilers $1.93. We see the total of 6.
Yeah, you look at the Kings and Oilers, definitely a closeout for the Oilers in this one, and they definitely want to close it out. Do they really want to go back to L.A. and have to play Game 6? No. So is this what I expect? I expect this is going to be the best effort from the Oilers all series long here in this one at home. Crowd's going to be going absolutely nuts. Driving around the city here, well, we got flags all over cars. People are honking, waving flags. City's definitely a buzz here in Edmonton, that's for sure, over this game. We're going to go a different way. You know who I am? I'm a homer, so I'm definitely cheering for the Oilers in that one. But we're going a different way. It's now dropped to 6. Why? Everybody's betting the under. What we seen last game was a 1-0. The Oilers got outshot 30-14, I believe, in that game. And we only seen 1 goal on the power play. But back here in Edmonton, I expect to see some goals. We always see in Rogers Place between these two more goals early and often. I expect the Oilers to come out hot like they always do in that first 10 minutes and try to snipe like 20 shots on Riddick, because it could be Riddick again in goal for the Kings, confirmed. Be Skinner back in goal for the Oilers in this one, and I've seen everybody jumping on that under. I like the over in the first period. I like the over 6 now that it's only at 6. Even better, 7 goals gives us the win instead of The 6.5. Everybody's jumping on this under. I like goals tonight in this game. I think if the Kings want to win this game, they got to keep up with the Oilers and score some themselves. And we know Skinner has been prone to letting in a few goals. We've seen the last 2 games where he's only let in 1, but if the Kings want to win this, they need to pounce. And I think we get some goals either way. It's more going to be like a 5-2 game, I think, maybe even 6-2. Because they always come into that empty netter when it's an elimination. We've seen 3 empty net goals in the Florida-Tampa game. And guess what? You can see the same thing here in an elimination game. Kings will pull the goalie early, try to make a comeback, and we can see a whole pile of goals. Enough to sneak over the 6. Take the over in this one.
One thing I know about this Kings team, they're very good at scoring the meaningless goal. They're very good at doing that. When they're behind, they're still working hard, trying to stat pad and get that goal. So I could actually see Oilers up, and Kings actually get some goals late in the game. But again, as you said, yeah, the Kings had that little strategy there, kind of surprised everybody. But the Oilers won't be surprised the second time.
No. Exactly, right? It's like we see that last game. They tried to hit. I think the Oilers can know that they can hit right back, and they will hit right back. And I know the Oilers, that first 10 minutes, they're going to put the most pressure the Kings have seen all series long, and I think Reddit cracks under that pressure and lets in a goal early. And then next you know, it's 1-0 Oilers, and you know what that building's going to be like? It's going to be rockets. It'll be rocking. The place will be going crazy, and that's when the goals start to fly. I like the over 6 here.
Keep your eye on Rod's social media. We'll get some pictures there, maybe some videos there from Rod live in the building. Rod is in Edmonton. From Edmonton, Rod here is on the over. You can find 6 now, pretty much the number now, 6. So grade Rod on over 6 here, Kings and Oilers. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Doctrine for nice action. Of course, 2 big games on the board on the ice, 2 on the hardwood in the postseason. Still 7 to go in Major League Baseball. Rod, really good the last 7 days. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
And for me, over at Pick Dogs Premium, I had 1 go off the board early, 4:30 start there. So I've got 4 plays left. I've got my NBA drop a dime play. We've hit 7 straight on it, looking to make it 8. So you can scoop that up over at Pick Dogs Premium. Also got my 10-star play of the day. We're 26 of 15 on the last 41 on it. So those 2 plays have been hot. Or grab something long term, as you see. We're heating up. Been hot the last week, and we're looking to continue it. 4 straight winning days, plus the push day in there. So basically 5 straight nice rolling days. Let's continue to roll as we getting closer to that weekend. So grab a week pass, join me. Let's continue to crush the books and put some money into our pocket for a nice summer vacation.
Crush the books with Rod Zwiecki over at Pick Dogs Premium. Go long-term with them. You see the great value there. Pick as a promo code. Save that 15% off. All right, Rod, live from Edmonton, just hours away from the puck drop between Kings and the Oilers. Do you have any bonus?
Bonus play tonight. I crushed yesterday's NHL sniper play, so let's get it again. We're going to go with Zach Hyman to get an anytime goal. We've seen Hyman score over 50 goals in the regular season. He's already got, 5, 6 in this round 1. I think Zach Hyman, he's the NHL sniper play of the day. Take him, get an anytime goal. I also like Zach Hyman to get 2+ points in this one, and that's over 2 times your money. Also, one other play, it's a future bet. Conn Smythe winner, Connor McDavid, plus 750. I bet it on the way before I left the house today. The Oilers got the easiest cakewalk to the Western Conference Final. In Nashville and Vancouver, they want to beat each other up a little more. Have at her. We don't mind. We don't mind at all, because then you'll be all soft and ready for us to come beat you and head right to the Western Conference Final. If the Oilers don't do it this year, right to the Western Conference Final, man, I think you got to bust up the party.
Oh boy! Let's don't hope that. Right now, we got the Oilers in a great spot right now. All right, Rod, enjoy the night. Rod live from Edmonton, just hours before puck drop between Kings and Oilers. Make sure you follow Rod on social media. Be looking for those videos. Of course, Rod always gets those videos, those still shots, and of course, keep an eye there. All right, Rod, enjoy the game. We'll catch up with you again on Steak Friday.
You as well, everybody. Good luck with your bets. Crush it. And definitely, maybe I'll put some live video, wade my way into the moss pit and see how that goes. I'm going to say there's 20,000 plus going to be outside the arena. Maybe I'll wade my way into the middle of that and see how that goes.
There you go, moss pit. Keep an eye for Rod. Also, check out Rod's video drops here with the with his NHL video series A to Z. Hope we'll get Rod. Rod will have them ready for tomorrow. Have them up there tonight. All right, Rod. We'll catch up with you later on Steak Friday.
Have yourself a good night, everybody. Crush the books. Catch you on Steak Friday.
You got it, Rod Zawacki live from Edmonton right before the Kings and Oilers game number 5. All right, let's continue here on the drive-thru, guys. Let's keep it on that chat pick today. We need to break this tie. We're tied with the Dodgers and D-backs. The over is just one behind here. So if you like the Dodgers, it's minus 138. It's A. D-backs, B. Over C. Under 9. It's a chat pick day. We'll recap here in just a second here, guys. So keep them coming in because we're tied right now with Dodgers and D-backs. Let's get to my pick. Then we'll get to actually we should just go to the recap. We're getting near the witching hour, so we'll get to the recap here. And we got Chris on the Red Sox minus 138. Mitch, Heat money line. Damian, Nationals plus 165. Wayne, Mets plus 111. Joey on the Mavericks minus 3. Dana, VGK Stars under 5.5. Rod, Kings, Oilers now over 6. I'll be Guardians, Astros under 9. Let me see if that's still 9, if that moved away here, because I saw the sharp book move to 8.5. I just want to make sure that's still the number here. That one is 9 still. Mostly, you can still find some 9, so grade me on the 9. All right. The one I like the most, I like that Nationals pick from Damian. That's Nationals plus money. This is where they score for you right there. That plus 150 to plus 150 and over. They'll score for you there. Plus 165. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. We have got to the pick of the day here, and it looks like we have just going to close it up right now. And it was close here. It will be. It is going to be letter B. It's going to be the Diamondbacks. The Diamondbacks barely by 1 here. We got we have now closed it up. Diamondbacks. It is the chat pick of the day. Diamondbacks plus 127. Thanks to everybody here for your picks in the chat pick. Now it's time to put in your show pick into the chat, and then we'll recap it in just a second, guys. Let's go to my pick here. We're going under the total here with this Guardians and Astros game. Under 9. This is a sharp book. It's 8.5, but there's a lot of 9s out there, so you can grade me on the 9. Really, again, I start with the bullpens. Cleveland's bullpen in their 17 road games, 2.48, and they're hitting slump here over their past 7 games, just 216. The Guardians have been 29 and 15 to the under when they've been heavy underdogs at this price the past 2 seasons. Verlander 19 and 6 to the under when he's favored at this price. So the under will be the play here. I know McKenzie's had his issues. He's been a pretty solid pitcher, but again, I'm looking at the bullpens here. I'm not looking for McKenzie to stay in for 9 innings. All right, I think if he's showing any signs of trouble, he'll be pulled. And the Guardians bullpen has pitched really well this year, so we're going under here with the Guardians and Astros. All right, we've closed up the chat pick of the day. We have closed it out here with the Diamondbacks at the plus price. So now it's time to get your picks into the chat, guys, and we'll recap your show picks. So put your show picks into the chat if you would. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition of the Drive. So be sure you guys tune in again tomorrow live at 6 Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring our cappers here from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. We'll get the place for you in real time. Remember to always get started with that morning show. We're live here at 10:30 a.m. Eastern time with Mitch, Jay, and Chris. Remember, Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes, his Bane Tool show, his roundtable discussion with the professionals. Also, Chris's individual pick videos. And, of course, we've got Jay's jam session from the NBA. And also, we got Rod Zawacki, A to Z coverage from the NHL with his video series. Also want to point out, we've got our man Rod Zawacki. We talked about Dana Lane against the public betting. Wayne with his boxing video. Ron O'Malley, Major League Baseball breakdown. We got the Nerfies, Yerfies here up here as well here from Brad. We've got also home run props from Chris. We've got also Mills with his UFC rundown. Also his prop shop. Many more video series here, guys. All access. Big Al McMorty shop trading plays with Costi. So, guys, make sure you tune in and subscribe to the channel so you get all these great picks here from the guys here at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat. All right, let's continue on here. Let's get to your show picks, guys. Your show pick tonight. Ricky Patel likes the Mets. That's his show pick today. Bo Dunn, Miami money line. Let's go. Dallas here from Bo Dunn tonight. Let's see here. NBA game is going to be close from Rich 87. Let's see, he's waiting for the Nats for Rich 87 as well. Show pick from Ron Crawford, Edmonton in regulation. That's his show pick there today. So guys, get your show picks here. Last call for those. What else do we've got here? Let's see. Pantera. Let's see what else we've got here. Lando 86, Edmonton team total over 3.5 at a plus price. His beer bet is anytime goal. Thomas Harley plus 600 for Dallas. That's from Lando 86. Guardians plus 150 Chris White, Thunder, Guardians plus 150, been good to us here on the drive-thru with his play. David Kleiner, Mavs laying the 3. Dallas Stars, money line for Rod Zawacki. April likes Joey's pick. Mavs, I believe that was the one here that he's on. Lando 86, Kane for a point plus 124. That's from our man Lando 86. Show pick for Rizzo. The over in the Kings and Oilers over 6 there from Rizzo McNeil. That's his show pick. Let's see if we have any more coming in right now. Rizzo again, Stars under 5.5 and Oilers over, which we got here from our man Rizzo. Let's see if their last call, guys, for the show picks. Let's see if we have any more coming in. All right, let me refresh it once. This will be your last call for the show pick, and we will call it a day. We've got Darren Turner likes the Mavs and Oilers, both money line there from Darren Turner. All right, that's going to do it for the show, guys. Thanks for everybody for joining us, and we'll be back again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight. Going to wait goodbye to guys. You guys have a great afternoon.